On a sunlit morning, a young goat herd named Kaldi watches in astonishment as his goats leap and dance with unbridled energy. Their joy radiates, igniting a spark of curiosity in his heart. What magic lies in these small red berries they've Coffee, a drink that awakens minds and fuels conversations, has woven itself into the fabric of daily life. With over 2 billion cups consumed daily, it's a ritual shared in cafes, offices, and homes. But its journey began not with kings or scientists, but with a simple accident in the Ethiopian highland. Before coffee, life was dictated by the sun and moon. People sought sustenance in water, milk, and wine. Yet, as the sun dipped below the horizon, fatigue claimed them. The common beverages provided solace but dulled their senses, leaving them sluggish in the harsh deserts of Arabia and North Africa, life was a constant battle against exhaustion. Traders and scholars toiled late into the night, desperately seeking a way to stay awake. For the Sufi monks, staying alert was an act of devotion, a prayer whispered among the wild shrubs. Small red berries grew. Some consumed them for energy, while others fashioned them into food balls for long journeys. Yet no one recognized the power hidden within the coffee bean. It was just another plant, overlooked. In those early days, humanity craved something to soothe the body while igniting the mind. Just one curious soul was needed to notice the overlooked potential of that small berry. Our story begins in the lush highlands of Ethiopia over 1,000 years ago. Kaldi, the goat herd, ventures into the hills with his flock. One day, he witnesses a remarkable transformation as his goats frolic energetically, their spirits lifted by the mysterious. Intrigued, Kaldi tastes the berries himself. A rush of exhilaration courses through him. The berries seem to hold a secret, strength, joy, and life itself. Excited by his find, he rushes to a nearby monastery to share his discovery. But the monk he encounters is apprehensive. The work of the devil, he declares, and hurls the berries into the fire. As they ignite, a fragrant aroma fills the air, captivating the monks. They retrieve the roasted seeds, crush them, and mix the powder with hot water. That night they consume the dark elixir, a moment that marks the birth of coffee. This brew, born of curiosity and an accidental fire, ignites a revolution that will reshape the world. Kaldi's goats triggered a chain of events that would awaken human. Yet the tale of coffee doesn't end with Kaldi. Its true journey unfolds centuries later when the little beans cross the Red Sea into Yemen. In the 1400s, coffee finds its rightful home among the Sufi holy men who need a means to endure long hours. As they roast and brew the beans over open fires, they discover the drink's vibrant flavor and potent energy. The process is an art form, filled with trial and error as they learn to perfect the roast. Each failure brings them closer to the drink that would awake. Word of coffee spreads beyond the monasteries. Traders and scholars flock to taste this invigorating beverage. Kawa, they call it, meaning the drink that gives strength. It becomes a staple for study, prayer, and simply reveling in life. In small clay pots and bustling markets, coffee brewing transforms into a cultural ritual. It's more than a drink, it's a bridge connecting people through time and conversation. Each cup shared is a moment of connection. As coffee permeates lives, its journey evolves. From the sacred spaces of monks and mystics, it bursts into the vibrant streets of cities. In the 1500s, coffee reaches Mecca, a hub of the Islamic world, igniting a new social phenomenon. In Mecca, coffee houses spring to life, buzzing with laughter, debate, and music. These places become incubators of ideas, where people gather to discuss business, art, and politics. The coffee house emerges as a new social space, fostering creativity. One observer notes, in Mecca, people drink kawa and gather in great numbers. Coffee not only fuels their bodies, but also their thoughts and imaginations. It becomes a catalyst for a cultural movement, reshaping society itself. But with progress comes resistance. Not all leaders embrace the shift. In Mecca, the governor bans coffee, fearing it stirs rebellion. Yet the people cherish their newfound freedom, gathering in secret to share cups. And as coffee crosses into Europe, debates arise. Some church leaders brand it the drink of the devil, condemning its origins. But Pope Clement VIII defies the naysayers, tasting the brew and proclaiming it too delightful to deny. He blesses it, igniting. In England, King Charles II seeks to close coffee houses, fearing their influence, but public outcry halts his plans. coffee becomes a symbol of freedom, a conduit for open dialogue and thought, uniting people in their quest for. Once accepted, coffee heralds a new era. It seeps into every corner of society, from bustling cities to quiet homes. The humble berry, once overlooked, now fuels innovation and inspiration, transforming lives and shaping the. They shared books, argued about politics, and imagined the future. In the bustling coffee houses of history, great changes began to brew, the birth of newspapers, new inventions, and revolutions. In London, one coffee house transformed into Lloyd's of London, the first great insurance company. Another evolved into the London Stock Exchange. In France, brilliant minds like Voltaire gathered to discuss freedom and reason. In Vienna, musicians found their muse in cups of dark coffee. But the most significant change arrived in the morning. Before coffee, breakfast often meant beer or wine, leaving people slow and sleepy. With coffee, mornings burst into life, vibrant and focused. The world awakened. Coffee turned strangers into friends and silence into lively conversation. It wove itself into the fabric of culture, work, and love, captivating hearts and minds, one cup at a time. As the world fell in love with coffee, it began to travel. From its humble origins in Ethiopia and Yemen, coffee crossed oceans, mountains, and empires. The Arabs first guarded coffee's secrets, roasting the beans before export to prevent others from growing it. But demand spread, and by the 1600s, the Dutch successfully transported live plants from Yemen. They cultivated these precious beans, and the French followed suit. In 1723, a young naval officer named Gabriel de Clue embarked on a perilous journey, carrying a coffee seedling from Paris to the island of Martinique. Battling storms, pirates, and thirst, he nurtured the plant, even sharing his precious water with it. From that single seed, millions of coffee trees would eventually flourish across Latin America. Coffee plantations soon sprawled across tropical lands like Brazil, Colombia, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Yet this growth came at a heavy price. Much of the labor was performed by enslaved people and impoverished farmers. Coffee brought immense wealth to some. By the 1800s, Brazil emerged as the world's largest coffee producer, its economy fueled by this beloved beverage. The thirst for coffee never waned. Factories began roasting and grinding coffee on a massive scale, aiming to quench the world's insatiable demand. In the 20th century, revolutionary inventions reshaped the coffee experience. The espresso machine in Italy delivered faster, stronger, richer brews. Soon, instant coffee emerged, making the drink accessible to soldiers, workers, and busy people everywhere. Coffee transcended mere refreshment. It became Today, more than 70 countries cultivate coffee, linking farmers in tropical regions with office workers in bustling cities, from Sao Paulo to Saigon. Coffee fuels conversations, art, business, and dreams. It has evolved into one of the strongest bridges between cultures, a simple cup that unites the world. The story of coffee is not merely about a drink. It embodies the essence of humanity, dreams, labor, and boundless curiosity. From a shepherd and his dancing goats to monks in prayer, to traders, thinkers, and workers, coffee has what began as an accident transformed into a powerful symbol of connection. It kept people awake and also awakened their minds to think, learn, create, and share. Every cup carries centuries of history and the warmth of human hands. Writers have dubbed it the fuel of the mind. Artists have claimed it helps ideas blossom like morning light. And perhaps that's the truth. Coffee offers more than energy. It provides focus, hope, and rhythm. Today, as you sit with your cup during a quiet morning or a bustling cafe, you become part of this long human narrative. A tale born from curiosity, patience, and the desire to stay awake in a drowsy world. From fire and berries to machines and cafes, coffee reflects the best of humanity, transforming something small and commonplace into something that changes the world. So the next time you take a sip, remember this remarkable journey. A journey that began with goats, traversed oceans, inspired revolutions, and now rests in your hands. For the story of coffee is also the